Hi everyone, this is Chi again, and welcome to Du học thành Công. Today we're here with Daniel from SVSU, and we're going to try some BÁNH CU້N while talking about SVSU. Would you like to introduce yourself a little bit to our audience?
Yeah. Hi everyone, my name is Daniel. I'm the International Student Recruiter at Saginaw Valley State University. We are located in the beautiful state of Michigan in the United States.
Okay, so welcome to Hanoi. I think this is like your first time in Hanoi.
It is, yeah.
Okay, and have you had any experience at all with like Hanoi food or like Vietnamese food?
A little bit of Vietnamese food, but this is my first time in the city and in the north, so I'm excited to try it.
Okay, and what has been like your favorite Vietnamese food? Everything you've tried.
Of course, the pho and the bánh mì, and that's pretty much what I've been doing so far.
Okay, so we're aiming today to diversify that with some BÁNH CUЫN. So this is one of our like northern specialty dishes. It's called BÁNH CUЫN because, as you can see, it's also made of like rice powder, I would say. It's kind of similar texture to pho, the pho noodles, but we have inside like some meat, some mushrooms, and we usually dip it in like a specialty sauce. It's like a fish sauce kind of base, and we usually have it with like chả or some like grilled meat.
So should I put it in here?
You can dip it in the sauce first, and then you can like maybe translate it into your bowl for like more stability.
That's amazing. So good.
Yeah, we won you over with the first bite. Oh.
Yeah, it's very good.
Whew. That's my job for today.
It's different than what I expected, so I felt like it was going to be a stronger flavor, but it's actually quite mild. Yeah.
Okay, good. And to wash it down, I invite you to some soy milk.
Okay.
Yes.
It's sweet.
It's sweet.
It's good.
It's like different from like the soy milk you have in.
I typically don't drink soy milk, so this is, but it's delicious. It has a very sweet taste to it.
And we usually just like have either soy milk or like chả đá, which is like iced tea when we have BÁNH CUЫN.
Okay.
So this is like the whole combo. I think we'll now like transition a little bit into like talking about the school.
Sure.
Because I feel like with this dish, you know, it's like a combination of a lot of flavors, a lot of ingredients. I feel like the experience, you know, coming in to study abroad as SVSU would be the same thing, where a lot of new experience combined, you know, like students would be going into the school with expectations, but, you know, also new experiences along the way. So could you tell us a little bit more about that? And maybe we can start with like, what would be the first thing that student would see when they enter the school for a freshman, or like, what would that first day at the school be like?
Yeah, I would say probably the first impression that we hear from students is the space. It's a very open campus. There's lots of natural trails around. They often see things like deer or wild turkeys. We don't necessarily consider them wild animals because they just seem like they're always there. But we have quite a bit of like waterfowl in the area, some cranes, some large, very large. I think they also see that it's a very modern campus, so very modern buildings. The first time I arrived at campus, when I pulled in, and the first thing I noticed was that it seems very athletic. So there's lots of people outside. There's people running. There's people playing football. There's throwing frisbees, things like that. So there's common spaces where you just see a lot of students interacting with each other. And we have a very active international club, for example, and they immediately start to plan for what they're doing for the year. They do cultural shows and things like that.
According to like what you've just shared with me, it seems like the student life is very vibrant, and it's like there's always something's going on, right? Like everybody's preparing for some activities, individual and like group activities, things like that.
Yeah.
But what would be your like favorite to like attend?
So the Great Lakes are nearby, so people have access to that. The students often take day trips, and go canoeing on the rivers, or kayaking. Lots of hiking nearby as well.
So like personally for me, as someone who lives in Hanoi, it's like a city, we don't really have a lot of opportunities to like do a lot of sports with nature. We have to go to other regions. Just going to the university and knowing that I can have access to those kind of activities like very near, that would have been very, very great.
Yes.
Yeah.
And both indoor and outdoor facilities for sports. Like we have very large indoor practice fields for basketball and for track and for swimming and diving and baseball.
So you basically have everything.
Everything's on
everything
campus,
we would like to try.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's all for today. Thank you for joining us with this like BÁNH CUN session, and a little bit of like a sharing discussion about SVSU from your perspective. And I hope you enjoy the food. And
thank you for having this for me. This is a new dish for me, or a new experience. So I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. And so this is the end. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you again in our next videos. Bye.